iGaze Games is our site of free and accessible web games that are playable with just your eyes using an iGaze camera. There are two main ways to play for iGaze users, either using big buttons or direct selection. Both these modes can also be used with your iGaze camera, either using pointer control or a gaze selection type control method, depending on what you use and what options your camera has. In this example, we will be showing how to set up iGazeGames.com for using pointer control to interact with the site using its built-in dwell selection tool. In the initial setup wizard, you will be led through some questions to help you set up the website in the way you want to access it. This appears when you first load the site and can also be accessed from the Settings button. You can also go back to tweak controls from the Settings screen. We'll go through the wizard to explain the options. The first option is to choose whether to use built-in dwell or your own click method. For pointer control, you can either use the built-in selection or your own click for selection, such as your own blink, switch, or dwell. You may prefer to use the site's built-in click tool, which will target dwell selections in the center of buttons. Some people find this helps with accuracy of selections by drawing the user's gaze to the center of the buttons. If your iGaze software allows you to hide your mouse cursor, this can help further by removing the distraction of the cursor altogether if it isn't needed for reference. If you choose the website's dwell click, be sure to turn off your own version of click selection. You can then choose how long you would like the dwell to take, as well as its appearance, showing either as a translucent light blue shrinking dot or as a red clock animation. You can then choose whether to use big buttons by selecting normal or direct selection by selecting precise. If using big buttons, you can play using larger targets. With direct selection, smaller targets on the game board are available. For example, if using big buttons to play 4 in a row, use the button on the left to choose the column, and then use the button on the right to drop your piece. In solitaire, chess, and checkers, use the top left button to select a piece, bottom left to choose where to move it to, and the button on the right to make a move. You can also use a combination of both techniques, if that suits you for different games, by using the on-screen button to switch between the two options. For Sudoku and Sudoku monsters, you select the area of the board you want to edit, and keep selecting it until the cell you want to edit is highlighted. Then use the big button on the left to choose the number or monster you want to put into that cell. We welcome feedback on the site, so please get in touch if you have any suggestions or questions at info@specialeffect.org.uk.